Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are continuing with the solution of Schrodinger's wave equation for a vibrating particles. So, in the last class, we have seen the energy expression for this particle, how the energy is quantized, though we have not done the complete solution for it, which is not required, but the main is the total expression, and we have seen what is the difference between the two consecutive energy levels, and we have also drawn the energy level diagrams. So today let's see what is the wave function expression and what are different variables appearing in the wave function, and how to what are the steps to solve this wave function. So solving this wave function is a bit complicated, but we will see what are the main steps only. So we are not that much concerned about the entire solution, but the final expression is of our concern. So let's see. Initially we formulated the Schrodinger's wave equation for a vibrating particles. We have taken the example of a spring which executes simple harmonic motion. All right. So the Schrodinger's wave equation becomes like this. We have taken all the terms this side. So this was the potential energy of that particle, and E is the total energy. This factor was for the potential energy, and this is total energy. All right. So solving this equation is complicated because we need to substitute some factors over here to just simplify this equation so that we can solve this simplified differential equation. So we have seen energy expression, and this is the wave function expression. You can note it down. And in wave function expression, here is a special term appearing. This term h small v is known as Hermite polynomial. We will see what is the expression for Hermite polynomial also. So different, it also depends upon in which vibrational energy level the particle is lying. So wave function is dependent on vibrational quantum number. Here small v is vibrational quantum number. So we can say energy is quantized. So let's see how to solve for psi. So we have this equation and we have to simplify this equation, and after that we have to find out the solution for this differential equation. All right. So if I multiply this factor inside, I will get d2 psi upon dx square plus 8 pi square m e multiplied h square minus, let it be like that only, here will be 2 h square force constant kf and yes x square psi is equal to 0. This is the equation. Now to simplify this, we must substitute something for these equations or these factors. So let's say this is lambda, and I substitute this entire factor is equal to alpha square. So I can write here lambda is equal to 8 pi square m e h square, and alpha square is equal to 8 pi square m 2 h square kf. Exclude x over here. All right. So these are the simplified term. You can find out the value of alpha from this expression. Now substitute the values. The simplified equation will be d2 psi upon dx square plus lambda minus alpha square x square psi is equal to 0. This one is the simplified equation. I need to further simplify it so that I can find out the solution for differential equation easily. For that I will substitute another factor, which is y is equal to under root of alpha and x. So I am actually replacing the variable. So here the y become variable now and x will be replaced. Now for the same I need to replace this term also. So let's see, this is our equation number 1 and we are substituting y is equal to under root of alpha x. When I differentiate this equation twice with respect to x, actually I want to replace this factor in this equation in terms of with respect to y, so that y remains the variable and x is eliminated. So when I do that, all the differentiation and calculate, after substituting you will get this equation in terms of y. So x is not appearing in this equation anywhere. So we have totally converted this equation in terms of y. Now y is the variable here. So this take alpha common from this equation, other side is 0. So this will be alpha by lambda by alpha and alpha will go away from this factor. So this is the final equation. Now again, to find out the solution of differential equation, it has to be further simplified. So we make one more assumption, that to find out the asymptotic solution for this equation, y has to be greater than this factor lambda upon alpha. So we can neglect this as compared to y square. Hence the further simplified equation remains d2y upon dy square, d2 psi upon dy square minus y square psi is equal to 0. Now this equation is very simple, and so this kind of expression has solution like this. This is the best possible solution for this equation. Now here we have positive and negative both the terms, but for positive e raised to power y square by 2, this function will approach infinity when y goes infinity. So and again psi will be infinity. It means this function is not acceptable. Hence the solution is psi is equal to h e raised to power minus y square by 2. This is the acceptable solution, and h here is the Hermite polynomial. Hermite polynomial. So let's see what is the expression for Hermite polynomial. So for this Hermite polynomial, we have a general expression, this minus 1 raised to the power the vibrational quantum number e y square d to the power vibrational quantum number, the differential of the order of vibrational quantum energy level, and e minus y square. And the total wave function, we have already seen the expression. When we substitute the various values over here, we will get this expression for the total wave function. So one need not remember all the terms. Whenever a question will be asked, you will be provided the wave functions. So you need not worry about the complicated expression what we are getting here. But you must remember a few things. The Hermite polynomial for vibrational quantum number 0 or ground state is 1. Initial 2 you must remember, I say, so that you can easily substitute the values of this factor over here and find out the values. So when you put this value over here, psi naught will become this entire factor, 2 raised to power 0, 0 factorial, pi, hv is 1, e raised to power, and this is 1 by 2, minus y square by 2. At ground state, this will be the wave function. So 2 raised to power 0 becomes 1, 0 factorial is again 1. So you have, let me write it in a simplified manner, and this will be 1 by 4. So this is the ground state wave function for this. Similarly, for first excited state, psi 1, v will become 1, 2 raised to power 1, 1 factorial 1 again, and so this will be alpha 2 pi 1 by 2, this becomes 2y and e raised to power minus y square by 2. So for each level the wave function will be according to the quantized quantum number value. So this is the way we can express the wave function. Now let's find out the energy expression. We have already seen the expression. Now we will calculate it. We will solve that expression. So expression for energy is this and for the wave function is this. So these two expressions are very important. On the basis of these two expressions, so let's see, let us solve few examples also. Let's see one example. We have to evaluate the expectation value of harmonic oscillator in the ground state. So for this question we must know what is expectation value, which is average value. It means we have to find out the average value of kinetic energy. Expectation value of, sorry, the question is incomplete. Evaluate the expectation value of kinetic energy, expectation value of kinetic energy of harmonic oscillator. So we must know what is kinetic energy, is given by T, operator T, for harmonic oscillator in ground state. That means we also must know the wave function for ground state. So we have already seen the general expression for the wave function for an oscillating particle or vibrating particle was alpha raised to power 1 by 2 2v v factorial root pi 1 by 2 e raised to power minus y square by 2, or y square was under root alpha x square. Y square was, let me write it, minus alpha x square by 2. This is the expression for wave function, general expression. For the ground state means v is equal to 0. So psi 0 will be under root alpha under root pi, just substitute 0 0 here, or this was alpha by pi raised to power 1 by 4 e raised to power minus alpha x square by 2. So this is the ground state wave function. We have to find out the expectation value of kinetic energy. So the expression for kinetic energy operator is minus h bar square upon 2m d2 upon dx square. We have already seen these operators in our previous lectures. So expectation value is given by this expression, psi star t psi, and x is the variable here within the limits. So x, okay, this is the expression, and in the denominator we have psi star psi and dx. Now this wave function is normalized one, so the factor in the denominator becomes is equal to 1. So we are left only with the factor in the numerator. So this will be the expectation value. We will substitute the value for psi and operator t and simplify it. That's it. So for psi star, no complex, so it will be like that only. Hence alpha by pi 1 by 4 e raised to power minus alpha square by 2 into minus h bar square by 2m d2 upon dx square. Here again we have alpha by pi 1 by 4 and e raised to power minus alpha x square by 2 and dx. This becomes the expression. Now combine these constant terms. These can come outside, out of integral sign and out of differential sign also. So I will take these terms outside. So this will become alpha by pi 1 by 2, 1 by 4 and 1 by 4, 1 by 2, and e raised to power this as it is. Minus h bar square upon 2m is also constant, it will also come out. So minus h bar square upon 2m. Over here we have this operator will be operated on this function. So this constant term has already taken out. Now this operator will be operated on this function only. So double derivative of that function, it means e raised to power, this will be d2 upon dx square minus alpha x square by 2 dx. So let's further simplify this to find out the average value of kinetic energy. So we have this term alpha by pi raised to power 1 by 2 minus infinity to plus infinity. I have taken maximum limits because limits are not given in this question. E raised to power minus alpha x square by 2. So differentiate this equation twice, this factor twice. So you will get, once you will do it, so it will be minus alpha by 2 into 2x e raised to power minus alpha x square by 2 once, and again d upon dx once again, 1 by 2 minus infinity to plus infinity e raised to power minus alpha x square by 2, again differentiated, 2 and 2 cancelled out. So you have minus alpha x and this two functions. So by parts you differentiated. In first term we will be having minus alpha x ka square into e raised to power minus alpha x square by 2. I am doing it directly, you can do stepwise, and minus alpha x, no, in first term, okay, I have differentiated this and first function as it is, so I get this. In second term I will get minus alpha e raised to power minus alpha x square by 2 and dx. Alright, minus h by square 2m alpha by pi 1 by 2 minus infinity to plus infinity, multiply this factor or take this factor, multiply this factor inside. So you will have we will have two terms from this and this. So this will be minus alpha x or alpha square x square e raised to power minus alpha x square. Half and half becomes 1. In next term this will be minus alpha e raised to power again minus alpha x square. So these are two integral factor, minus infinity to plus infinity, dx here and dx here. So we have values for these two integrals, standard integrals. Values of these two standard integrals is already provided. One is this one, its value is equal to 1 by 2 pi alpha raised to power 1 by 2, this, and for this integral we have this value. So substituting these two values and further simplifying the factors, we will get this expression for the average kinetic energy for the particle. So these are simple mathematical rearrangements. Here also h bar is equal to h upon 2 pi replaced by 2 pi. So we have the result in terms of h square only. So this way you can calculate any average value for any factors whose operator should be known to you, and you must know what is the wave function for that particular energy state.